Well, you know, since I live out here, and basically my life has been richly reduced to a rural farm-like existence in the respect that although I am not a farmer, I'm not a rice farmer or corn farmer or vegetable farmer or melon farmer, I live in the middle of it all. So you can see where they've taken out sections of rice. So I do a lot of videos of the farming. It's dull, it's boring, but I want to retain it on my YouTube channel for my posterity and my memory, more or less. So we got some storms. We had a big rainstorm yesterday between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., which is what's been kind of a little bit of a normal thing throughout the summer, which was good because we got a lot of water and a lot of rain during the hot summer months, which is great. Anyways, I digress. You can see some rain has been pouring down next to the mountain here. I mean, you can literally see it from sky to ground. And it's been raining there for about 35 minutes now, and the wind is blowing in my face. And so I'm like, come on this way. But you can see where they've taken patches and sections out, and they're going around, they're working it. The corn will be harvested after the rice. Yeah, all kind of sections. And then you can see for miles and miles how much is left to do just in this direction, let alone out that way, and then throughout the whole parts of the entire central portion of the country. Oh, a nice lightning strike. You can see the covered rice bags covered in plastic to protect it from any rain or moisture until it can be further transported or processed. I'm on the bedroom patio today as opposed to the big patio. The new King's Lounge, there's still a lot of work to do to quote unquote landscape this second floor patio. But we're getting there. Got some pots set up, as you can see, and in a little bit of time we'll have that completed as well. Short and sweet. So the other thing I like about this is that now that they're harvesting, and then surely you know the process by now. Harvest, then burn the chaff. A lot of it will be collected. Excuse me, I'm getting the process wrong. They'll collect a lot of the chaff that you see, this grassy stuff. Nothing goes to waste. That feeds the livestock. Then it'll dry out. Granted, in between rain when it's sunny and warm. Then it'll get burned. Then it'll get flooded purposely. Then it'll get turned into a slurry. Then more rice will be planted. So like the birth and death cycle of rice. What I like about it is that there are no more opening up the dams and diverting water into the canal systems to water and keep the rice irrigated. So my fishing canal, which is right down there, is going to reduce in size, which is going to vastly improve the fishing. So that canal has been at a very high level with tons of water, running throughout the entire length. It goes around this way and around and down and then forever that way, just filled to the brim with water, because in the summer months it's a little hotter, more irrigation is required. Now we'll get a little bit of a break, and that will reduce, and it'll be good for fishing. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there will be one more planting within the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then one more harvest around, I would say the first part of January of 2026. And then everything shuts down for winter season, which will be about 3 months. And they prepare for Lunar New Year and things of that nature. So rice takes a break. Other things like taking a break, these poor farmers need to get a little bit of rest. So they'll get a nice little 3-month break. And then the whole process will begin again. The wheel turns. We have been in the home now a little over a year. It went fast. And now to give you a quick year's summation on buying land and building a home here. Pros and cons. I won't take the time to go into too much detail on that. Way more pros than cons. Overall, I would say that it has been absolutely fantastic. This is, how many times have we looked at this view? And I would take this over the hustle and bustle of the city of Da Nang, where I've lived, or Hoi An, where we spent 4 years. I enjoyed Hoi An for the most part. But then it just exploded. Tourism has exploded globally. It's exploded out here in Southeast Asia. There's a lot of problems being associated with it now because they can't keep up with it. Oh, I don't want to bore you, but I'll tell you, I just read that, I think it was Malaysia. Please forgive me. It was Malaysia or South Korea. They reported 43 million tourists so far in 2025. That's like insane. That's an insane number. That's just an astronomical, comical almost number. A lot of these Southeast Asian nations are having a lot of logistical and tourists behaving badly issues because of the massive influx of tourists, particularly from the Western world, my friends. Even though America and Europe don't make up the leading cultures, the leading nations that do travel to Southeast Asia, China, Korea, Japan lead every nation in every category in terms of tourism. But the United States and Europe are hovering around 4 and 5 or 6 or 7. They're in the top 10. A lot of problems in the news out here and maybe back home regarding some of the idiocy and terrible behavior of the Western tourists out here. So now they're starting to pay the price for allowing these dipshits into the country for tourism. That's why we got the hell out of Hoi An. It started getting crazy. Just absolutely crazy on both ends of the spectrum. The number of Western and other tourists that were coming into the area, and then the number of Vietnamese that were going batshit crazy to get in and grab a piece of that tourism pie. They lost their minds. They literally lost their minds trying to get some form of business or tourist related anything to try to get a piece of that tourism dollar. So all of Hoi An became completely inauthentic, and it remains that way to this day. So does Da Nang, and frankly anywhere in Vietnam that caters heavily to tourism is just ruined and distasteful and not enjoyable. So here we are. Quiet, peaceful, beautiful, authentic, and if we want to run down there, I'm still, as you know, taking bike rides to the beach. I'm taking bike rides around the area here to explore. I'm just having a good old time. I'm fishing. I'm doing what I want to do. My wife is happy. We love our house. We love our house. We love the garden. We love the landscaping. We loved everything we've done about this house to make it just super comfortable and super enjoyable to live in and to live where we do. So it's been just great. So in summation, yeah, what cons are there that I should really need to speak to? It's been great. Oh, you can barely see it, but what started out as a few little strands of little bare skinny bamboo has grown into a ridiculously giant bamboo forest along the side of the home. And some of the bamboo strands, as you can see, have reached I would say the 20-foot mark, extending beyond the lower level wall here of the second story patio. Crazy, but awesome. All right, I'm gonna go. Talk to you soon.